Good morning, guys. Right, let's crack on from where we left off. Happy Saturday. Letter from the Bishop of Canterbury. Letter dated January 20th, 1141. Philip of Kingsbridge, I hereby implore you to accept the grace of the Weeping Madonna, for she has chosen Kingsbridge as her shrine. After the rumours of a miracle had come to my ears, I had called for the procession to see me. I then saw it with my own eyes. She is real. I have claimed that miracle for England and had intended to retain her in Winchester. The guardians of the Madonna have convinced me otherwise. They have come to England only to support the rebuilding of Kingsbridge. You have my blessings, Philip of Kingsbridge. I expect you to restore your priory to be worthy of the Holy Madonna, Theobald, Archbishop of Canterbury.
We've been charged to accompany the Weeping Madonna. She is to replace the loss of your relic, Saint Adolphus the Martyr, who was taken from you, I hear, with brute force.
What?
On her travel from far away Africa, she has collected donations to reward Kingsbridge for your faith in her and in the Lord.
I can't believe this. What is all this?
You do believe. That is why she came. And that is why you shall witness her miracle for yourself today. The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized Saracen was her former guardian, and I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin were chosen to take her on a journey.
Baptized? A Saracen? What country did you say you came from?
We have traveled all the way from a place of wonders too marvelous to behold. The faraway land of Africa.
Africa has many countries, I've heard.
Yes, it does. I knew not her powers or destination. Nevertheless, I carried her for many miles.
If what you brought us comes from such a wondrous place, it must be very impressive.
Indeed. Soon
Indeed.
you too shall witness the miracle of the Holy Madonna. Many bore witness to her miracle before it dawned upon
You can
me.
talk a little too well. Dubious.
She wanted to go home.
There's something odd
But
about
where?
them. Not very Christian, more like entertainers.
It came to me in a dream.
Symbolizes.
It was Kingsbridge.
Excuse me. Don't interrupt.
But I wondered, what shrine should be her shelter?
People donated for
This
us. How would they know about
it
us?
was
What is
the
going on
Madonna
here?
herself who answered my questions. She said, "You shall build me a new church in
The
Kingsbridge."
travelling shrine. Part looks like
So we
reliquaries.
set off.
A travelling shrine.
With the blessing of Archbishop Theobald of Canterbury.
What's it like in Africa?
The sun is always shining, and miracles happen every day. It's a land of great deserts,
That's Jack, isn't it?
fig trees, and creatures that an
Eliana.
Englishman can't even dream up.
Like these horses. Are they horses?
They are not. To you, they might resemble horses, but the name the Africans have for these creatures is impossible to pronounce, even for me. And along
What's
the
a
road,
fig?
from Paris, across Normandy,
You mentioned there were fig trees in Africa. What are they?
it's a fruit, of course. It looks like a strawberry and tastes like a pear.
The scripture mentions these figs, and they sound nothing like that. Why is that?
No two apples look or taste alike. The same goes for figs, and doubly so.
I'm getting the impression that this man has never even been to Africa. But why would he lie?
The Weeping Madonna has chosen you.
Hey!
Shh!
You heard me correctly. It was a long journey. The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized Saracen was her former guardian. And I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin were chosen to take her on a journey.
Baptized? A Saracen?
My dear people!
Oh, I'm so excited to see a true miracle.
Did you hear that? The Madonna has chosen us.
She's come all the way from Africa.
I knew not her powers or destination.
Please, everyone.
Shh! We want to listen to his story.
Nevertheless, I carried her for many miles. Many bore witness to her miracle.
Tell me the truth. Why are you here?
We are guardians of the Holy Virgin that sheds tears. We were appointed by the Archbishop of Canterbury, but it was the Holy Virgin herself who chose us while she travelled through Europe.
Oh,
Right.
yes. How did that happen?
She speaks without words.
Look how
She
destroyed
wanted
the
to
cathedral
go
is.
home. But where?
So
Craziness
you're telling me
from
this
how it was.
is a real miracle?
A miracle, a blessing, a wonder.
A wonder.
It came to me in a dream. It was Kingsbridge.
Brother Reynold. I've heard of a Reynold from the coast. A scheming drunkard who lives as a traveling monk.
You think that's him?
Perhaps it is, perhaps it's not. I don't trust him either way.
Remigius.
I don't like this.
Shrine
There's
should be
something
her
fishy
shelter.
about him.
Remigius thinks this is suspicious. This time, he might be right.
This time, it was the Madonna
You don't
herself
need to
who
be
answered
here.
my questions.
If it's too loud for you.
She said,
Mary,
"You shall build me a new church in Kingsbridge." So we set off with the blessing
What do you
of
think of this
Archbishop Theobald
procession?
of Canterbury.
They seem well intended, and we could use the money.
And along the road,
do you speak English?
Paris.
No English, no campandare. No.
Oh, what's this? I think you might have stepped into horse dung.
What? Where?
No English, is it?
Just un poco, si.
Could you talk to this man, Martha?
Yes, it's strange. He was quite talkative just a moment ago, and told me he was from Damascus in Africa.
Isn't Damascus in Arabia?
There's one in Africa too, I'm sure.
Why are you pretending you can't speak English?
No inglese. Malada.
Over
Have they revealed the
sea
miracle yet?
And
Not
all
yet.
the way to Kingsbridge.
Another question.
Bonjour. Mi no comprendere, no comprendere, no comprendere.
Devout Christians have given money for the building of the church of the
They look
Weeping
almost
Madonna.
like horses.
This church of
Hollow.
Kingsbridge.
Feels like a wicker basket covered in pelt.
The Weeping Madonna has chosen
Strange animals.
you.
2
All
bumps
of
on their
you.
back. Camels.
Jonathan,
Yes?
They're about to show the miracle. Look!
And I will tell you again.
Did you hear what he said? What is this place? Africa.
he's too excited. I don't like this.
She is a true miracle that will change your life as she changed mine.
Hope in their eyes. Already won over.
Many
Might be
bore
dangerous.
witness to her miracle
Okay.
before it dawned upon me. She wanted
What's in the back of the cart? Hey?
where? It came to me in a dream. It was Kingsbridge. Now, brothers,
Ask
and
boy for his name.
I am Philip.
I have heard
Who are you, young
that
man?
life has not been kind to Kingsbridge. But it is in places
Ask boy why
like
he's
these,
hiding.
Why are
and
you
in
hiding?
dark times like these, that God's light shines brightest.
That's not fit for a shrine.
And along the road,
Nothing sacred
from
about
Paris,
this.
across Normandy,
Old rags. Very
over
unlike the front.
sea, and all the way to Kingsbridge.
Tapestry hides white cover.
Devout
Very simple cloth.
Christians have given
Wood.
money
Looks
for
old
the
and jaded.
building of the
Invisible
church
from the
of
front.
the Weeping Madonna. This church. You must be thinking, how can he be so sure? In the beginning,
Okay.
can
Done.
you feel it? Brothers and sisters, you are about to witness a miracle. The Madonna knows how you have suffered. The Virgin Mother had to witness the rise and fall of her Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, and never stopped believing. Kingsbridge has endured many hardships. Prior James left you before his time when you needed him the most. Your old cathedral was burned to the ground.
How do you know this?
And your new one collapsed even before construction was finished. You have suffered the ruthless destruction of your market, homes, and lives.
Dada!
All of you have lost husbands, wives, and children, family and friends.
Dada!
All of you know how it is to be
Follow
hungry
Master Man.
and afraid.
Jack. Aliena.
Philip.
But this is...
A miracle, isn't it? Or something along those lines.
But how?
We thought it was time to give Tommy a home.
The boy? Your boy?
Well, Philip? Do you recognize him? Our little Tommy?
Tommy? But...
Where have you been?
It's been almost 3 years since I last saw you, Jack. Where on earth did you find him?
I'd almost given up looking for him. Then Tommy found him.
And you decided to come back.
Well, this is our home, after all.
Then what on earth is all this? This miracle?
With the Madonna, we were able to collect donations. For your priory, and for Kingsbridge.
Really?
We can start anew. We can rebuild the cathedral.
What's the catch?
I'll get to be master builder.
Why?
I love that music.
I've studied the cathedrals, churches, and houses they build in France and Spain. I saw how different their constructions were, with new shapes, colors, and ideas. Oh, you should have seen it. They combined rib vaulting and pointed arches. I want to do that. That's why.
Why here?
Because this is home.
Doubt that the money suffices.
The townspeople probably think that's enough to build a whole cathedral. But to me, it looks like about £100. You know, that won't even pay for a year's work.
Like all of this, it's a symbol. Enough for a fresh start.
And the Madonna will stay here. Kingsbridge will attract visitors and donations again.
You mean I should be thankful for these lies and tricks?
Jack! Aliena! You came back!
We wanted to see you, little sister.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. But look at you! And the little one!
Tommy.
Jack needs to see his mum, doesn't he?
How are the others?
Alfred left Kingsbridge. Catface shows up every now and then. And Ellen returned to the forest.
Oh,
We need to visit her.
yes.
What's wrong, Martha?
I'm glad you're back.
I am too. Very glad. She looks like she's about to cry.
She will weep for your suffering, Kingsbridge. She knows your pain.
What now?
The miracle.
Her eyes are wet.
Her eyes.
Look at her.
They're shining.
She cannot hold her tears any longer.
She is made of wood. It's impossible.
Why are you weeping? She is mute ever since her husband died.
The Madonna has suffered as I have. She understands.
It
Crazy.
seems through her faith in all of your lies, Mary has found a miracle. We can't keep trying to repair Kingsbridge by ourselves. Things are not improving. We're struggling to keep things as they are.
But we can't afford to hire help.
Without farming and fairs, we're back to Prior James's time.
All these past years, my advice was good enough for you. But it appears you've changed your mind now, again.
It is time we started doing something to wake up and make Kingsbridge what it used to be. We did before, and we can do it again.
I'm not willing to accept a risk like that. Don't you remember what happened last time? My, how easily we forget.
I remember well.
And still, you put your trust into a group of random strangers to make things better. Philip, why in God's name have you stood by and let this happen? They're tricking us into giving them money for false idols.
They are giving us money.
So that we'll place this idol in our priory? Do you approve of this?
Condone miracle if it makes people happy.
People need hope, and these travelers are giving them hope. Yes, it is a deception, but with good intentions. Mary speaks again. Is that not a true miracle?
You fell for them. You really did. And now you joyfully take part in their deceptions. I'm warning you. I cannot support a prior who tolerates heresy.
Your threat won't sway me. No matter how
That frown,
unconventional,
that's cool.
their return and their gift are a blessing.
You made your decision, Philip of Gwynedd. And now, I make mine. I resign. I'm leaving the Priory.
He was a miserable sod anyway.
You got so big, Tommy. And you're just as shy as your father was.
Don't let him fool you. Usually, he's always up to something.
I won't tire of that music, it's awesome. Springtime?
Tom would have been proud of you. Of both of you.
Is she still here? Tom's wife.
Oh, no. Martha and I moved her to Kingsbridge. She's with Tom now. He always wanted that.
Ellen, we found Jack's family in Cherbourg.
The place he came from wasn't Cherbourg, it was Cherbourg.
But... really? What were they like?
They were good people.
His grandmother said Jack looked just like him, like his father.
He does.
Right, the white ship.
But they never came for him or asked about him.
They thought he was dead. His ship sunk. I'd always wanted to go to England.
Have you ever heard of the White Ship?
No.
The king's family drowned.
My father was there.
Dang.
He was the only one who survived.
Not for long.
You told me that he was accused of stealing a chalice.
Yes. But I know he was innocent. I heard the story and had to find out what he looked like. He told me his name. I fell in love.
In the mill,
I helped him escape.
like she did with Jack.
But in the end, they caught up with us.
What happened then?
They hanged him. I was there. And you were there, Jack. But you weren't born yet.
In the market.
He was led to the gallows. Everyone was quiet. The people somehow knew he was not a thief.
How this all fits together
And
is
I
wonderful.
knew for sure. He told me. He was so afraid. He didn't want to die. I didn't want him to die. And I prayed. Then I heard his voice. Quiet.
Jack's song.
As if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey, the lark his freedom never.
Oof.
No! No!
You
Damn,
said
man.
that 3 men were responsible for Father's death.
Who were they?
The Sheriff of Shiring, Percy Hamley, Prior James of Kingsbridge, and Archdeacon Waleran Bygod. They showed no mercy. Neither did I.
Wow.
I curse you! All of you! He will return to haunt you! One day, you will be judged for what you did. Your houses shall be consumed by fire. Your life shall end in pain and agony. You shall grow old in sadness and regret.
The people they killed will return to haunt them.
He was the one in the fire, wasn't he?
I promised them.
The redhead ghost. When Jack burnt the cathedral down, he was the old guy, wasn't he?
We welcome our new prior, Remigius. He helped to recover the bones of the Saint of Kingsbridge, Adolphus, from the hands of thieves. Adolphus already rests safely in this great cathedral of Shiring. Our master builder Alfred promised me that it will only be a matter of a few years until the cathedral will be finished. And the Earl of Shiring has promised to support us. But he has not done so for himself. No, the Earl is not a selfish man. His mother, Lady Hamley, is sick. More and more, I feel the whole of England is suffering from a sickness. The sickness of war, poverty, and most of all, heathen beliefs. I have spoken to God. I asked him, begged him to walk amongst us, to heal us. But God told me that only when this great cathedral is finished will he have a temple to reside in. No matter the cost, this shall be a towering castle to protect us from evil and false beliefs. With this cathedral, we will bring an end to the dark times.
They're all cowards.
Waleran Bygod.
Jack? What are you doing here?
My father died by your hands, Waleran. His name was Jacques Cherbourg.
How dare you talk to the bishop like that?
He died right here!
Who are you?
I know that man. He's that bastard from Kingsbridge.
That man is my husband.
You?
All of you, listen to what we have to say. From now on, Kingsbridge is protected.
By our knights, by our walls, and by the word of the king.
So whatever you do, we will defend our town. Our market and fulling mills.
And our cathedral, which we shall rebuild. All workers are invited to come and work for us.
Oh, preposterous.
If you so much as try to bring harm to us, Bishop, we will make sure that you pay for everything you did.
Damn. Is that the end of the chapter? Yes. You helped Jonathan plant a new tree, you helped your first sermon in a long time, you approved the deception of the Madonna for it gives people hope, Aliana and Jack have returned to Kingsbridge. Okay. Chapter 17. The Storm. 1154, 11 years later. Oh wow. Okay.
It had been 3 years. 3 years of drought.
Right.
3 years of hunger and poverty. England was brought to its knees. Only our walls had kept us safe from the bands of outlaws raiding
oh yeah, the
towns
big wall
and
there
villages.
now.
Bishop Waleran and William Hamley forced the workers to finish their cathedral in Shiring. Many had died.
Damn.
The work on our own cathedral had almost come to a halt. 4 weeks the storm had raged on. It was then that our cathedral gave up its last secret.
Which was?
And everything changed.
Tom, I don't think you would have liked the sight of this. I don't think you would have liked the sight of this at all. I know.
Back to where it all began.
Plan the cathedral to be that high. But I reinforced the walls, like in Saint Denis. The storm shouldn't be that much of a problem. But if it's not the storm, then what is it?
The east wall is about to collapse. Why? What could be the cause? Okay guys, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a good Saturday. Bye.